Now let's turn to the Russia-Ukraine war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he is open to meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin in the United States, saying it's an offer that would be much harder for the Kremlin leader to refuse. Zelensky said the idea was mentioned in a conversation with U.S. President Donald Trump, and now Kyiv is waiting to see if any progress will come from those talks. The Ukrainian leader also said that Putin had turned down an earlier invitation to meet during the G7 summit in France. "We proposed to Putin to meet anywhere where real decisions to end the war could be made," Zelensky said. "We have also talked with the United States and France about the possibility of talks around the time of the G7 summit with democratic nations represented. Putin wasn't interested." Zelensky added that he and President Trump had recently discussed the possibility of setting up a meeting in the United States, where Putin might be less likely to decline. Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier this month said he saw little value in meeting Zelensky until the groundwork for a peace agreement had been laid. Meanwhile, President Trump said he was hopeful progress could be made. He said he had been in productive talks with both leaders and believes they are open to talks to end the conflict. The UK also said it would send enriched uranium to Ukraine to power its nuclear power plants. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer also indicated new sanctions on Russia ahead of a G7 meeting. At the same time, the United Nations called for less foreign involvement in the war. The appeal came after remarks by European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas that Chinese military personnel had been training Russian forces fighting in the conflict. The UN said it could not independently verify those reports but stressed the war does not need more outside participation. The UN hoped the conflict moves towards resolution, especially after President Trump reportedly spoke with both Putin and Zelensky over the weekend, a UN spokesperson said. Separately, representatives of UNESCO visited Kiev-Pechersk Lavra, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to assess damage from a recent Russian attack. The strike in Kiev killed at least 4 people. Russian forces struck a building in the northeastern city of Kharkiv, killing 5 emergency responders and injuring 5 more, officials said. Authorities said the attack involved a ballistic missile and a Shahed drone. At least 11 people were reported killed in Ukraine. The Ukrainian Air Force said Russia launched about 70 missiles and more than 600 drones overnight, one of the biggest aerial attacks in recent weeks.